So last month I made $14,000 online through multiple income streams. These are things like the Amazon Influencer Program, affiliate marketing, YouTube, brand deals, and also reselling. And with this video, I don't just want to talk about the numbers. I want to just talk about lessons, what contributed to me making that much, and just things I did, because this is my second highest total that I made online since I have been self-employed. Actually just hit my 2-year mark yesterday. So, all right, so I have my report pulled up here. We're going to get into the first income stream. This was the biggest income stream this month, and that's the Amazon Influencer Program. So as far as videos uploaded, I uploaded 45 videos. So for me, that's a good amount of videos. And keep in mind, it was Prime Week in June, so my numbers are higher than usual, a lot higher, and that's part of why I uploaded more. I try to upload between 30 and 50 videos a month for the Amazon Influencer Program. Okay, so the first thing here, the on-site commissions was $3,243.87. So the biggest takeaway here is, first off, that's really good to see, especially with the changes with the AIP program. You know, they slashed the just the regular on-site commission percentages, the payouts that we get for certain categories. So to see that being 3,000 plus is really good to me. And also just comparing it to the past 2 months, and I know, you know, Prime Week played a role in it being higher, but it's way higher than those months. So very happy with that. Now, the next thing right here was a big one, and this is what you should be really leaning into and putting a focus around this with your strategy for the Amazon Influencer Program. So that's creator connections. So for on-site CC, on-site creator connections, my total was 8,340. For me personally, that's really good. Like, it's insane. You know, I mean, that's kind of pushing towards 10K in just creator connections alone. And I'm looking at my CC report here. It wasn't just like a couple of products. You know, I'll usually have, you know, a handful of products that just keep earning for me, and those are still in here. I have some products that, you know, I probably bought like over a year ago, and they're still earning me, and I'm getting a good amount of creator connections from those products because the brand is constantly having these creator connections campaigns. But I'm seeing a good amount of products that are earning me CC. So there's a good mix in here, and it's not just, you know, I've had points in the past where it would just be, you know, 3 to 5 products that are just dominating CC for me, making me, you know, from one product alone, $1,000+ And not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I just like the balance of just having a good amount of products. And I see in here like a lot of products that I bought, because I do invest my own money into a lot of products that I bought recently within the past 2 to 3 months that are earning me a good amount in CC. So that tells me that, you know, I'm picking the right products, and those products are converting, which is a big deal, especially if you're investing money back into your business with products. So, all right, so moving on. So the total for on-site with regular commissions and creator connections was $11,584. So happy to see that I am back in the 5 figures just from on-site alone, because I have hit the 5 figures when I'm combining multiple things. You'll see the other income streams I'm talking about, but this is the first 5-figure month that I hit this year. I think my last 5 figures just from on-site, I think it was last year in December. And I did want to throw this in there. I've started calculating my highest days and also my lowest days. So at the beginning of this spreadsheet right here, I wasn't factoring in commissions and CC, so I'm doing that now. So my highest day in June from on-site with commissions and CC was $1,017.31. So that's really good to see. And honestly, that's where this gets crazy with this making money online from all these different platforms and from your content, man. It's just the potential. It's things like this where I have to kind of just realize what I'm doing. And this is not normal. Like, this is, like I said, I just hit my 2-year mark of being self-employed, and I'm still like not shocked, but it still hits me when I see things like this, right? Because I think back to when I was working my 9 to 5 and how much I would make, and then just being able to make 1,000+ in a day. And I know some people are crushing it and making way more than that, but man, that's just insane to me. And hopefully, when you see income reports like this and hear people talk about those numbers, it inspires you and motivates you. I know when I was on the path to trying to go full time, I would watch these income reports and they would just keep me pushing, keep me striving to get to where I'm at now. So just wanted to share that. Now, my lowest day, because you're definitely going to have some lowest days. This is for on-site commissions and CC. Combined, that was $63.74. Next, let's get into one of my favorite income streams. This is affiliate marketing with the Amazon Associates program. I talk about this on my channel. Just check out my other videos if you're new and you don't really know about it. But my main way of doing this is through YouTube. So this is also called offsite. So you're driving traffic to Amazon from platforms offsite. So it could be YouTube, your blog, Instagram, Facebook. My main way of doing this has always been YouTube, just because I feel like it works the best. So my regular offsite commissions was $800.34. To me, that's really good. It was close to what it was last in May. May was $831.81. Now, I have took a drop with my offsite stuff because of these changes with the programs in things like that, like the Halo sales and stuff. I was killing it when the with what was I using, Oink, to do the fetch. My offsite was going crazy. I had it was a month where I almost made $4,000 just from offsite alone. So it has been an adjustment period, but I am happy with where my offsite is at currently. And then my offsite creator connections. So you can get creator connections not just with on-site, but off-site as well. That was $892. So the total with regular commissions for off-site and CC came out to $1,695.84. So I'm happy with that. It was actually down from last month. May was $1,860.58, which I expected it to be more with Prime Week. So I was kind of shocked by that. I'm not mad at it. This is something that I just have to keep working at. But it is to the point to where, just looking at my yearly right here, this is even last year, this is a consistent income stream for me. Now, obviously it can fluctuate, but I know I'm at a point now it's going to hit over, $1,000 for sure. All right, so next income stream we have here is offsite with Canada. So you can sign up for these foreign marketplaces. I do need to sign up for all the other ones and even with the on-site, because I've seen some people recently making some good money from the foreign storefronts with their on-site. But anyways, my off-site Canada made $144. Next up is creator rewards. So if you don't know what this is a reward that you can get with offsite if you hit a certain amount of shipped revenue when it comes to the products that you sell. So this is something else that has changed a lot for me. Last year, I was getting rewards every month. Like the last 3 months, I have not gotten a reward. So that's why my offsite, because I include that in the total, has came down because I'm not getting these big rewards. Like in January and February, I got, $990 as a reward for both months. That's on top of the offsite commissions, offsite CC, then the reward. So you see how that can add up. So yeah, that sucks, but I have made up for that with other income streams. And this is, just something I've learned running my online business. This is why it's important to have multiple income streams, because things can change. Maybe something dips and then something else can pick up. I feel like if you just have more options, it just helps, especially when things change. Now, I am a big fan of not starting out with so many income streams. I think you should build up one first, get that one stable, get that one to where it's consistent, then you can start to add on stuff. So I just want to make that clear. But moving on, the next income stream, this one is growing. I'm excited about this one, and that's YouTube AdSense. So I have a review channel where I'm repurposing my Amazon on-site videos over to this YouTube channel. Now, my strategy, I do create videos from scratch for the YouTube channel as well, just because those videos, I find they perform better usually when they're specifically made for YouTube, because YouTube is a different platform. So, they have to be made a different way if you're trying to maximize like the performance of that video. So that's how I create my Amazon on-site videos. I'm keeping YouTube in mind because I'm trying to maximize what those videos do off-site. So my YouTube AdSense in June was $555.14. So this is my highest month this year when it comes to YouTube AdSense. So this is something that is going up for me. And this is just from people watching the ads on my content and just me uploading to YouTube. So this is a nice additional income stream. And that channel is about, it's probably a little over a year old. And if you combine, offsite affiliate link stuff, some other income streams, YouTube AdSense, that channel is making me like a consistent around 2,000, maybe, a little bit under that a month. And I've only had it it hasn't even been 2 years, maybe a year and a half or a little bit less than that. So I think that just goes to show and helping you understand how fast you can build up that income stream. Like this isn't something that has to take, 3, 4, 5 years, right? If you make good content, you know what you're doing, you can build up that channel and those income streams within a year. So, all right, moving on. The next income stream is paid collabs. So I got one, I think it was one brand deal. I did do another one that month, but I haven't gotten paid yet. So I did one brand deal. It was a full YouTube video and I got paid $300 just for one video. So my approach with the, working with brands and paid videos is usually like for an, Amazon shoppable on-site video or a YouTube video. I found a lot of brands want the YouTube videos. Or sometimes I'll even sell a package deal where they can get it posted on YouTube and Amazon on-site as well. So I like to charge more for my videos. It depends on your business model, what you're trying to do. Some people go for more volume and they charge lower. I've heard of people just charging, $50, $60, $75. Paid collabs have been doing well for me this year. Looking here, I'm already over, $1,000 and I haven't done a whole bunch of paid collabs. So like a year ago, I was only charging, I can't remember, maybe like $50 for a video. But there was a point to where I was doing too many paid collabs. People were sending too many products and I was getting burnt out. I can't remember if I was working my job still. But anyways, I was doing too much and I wasn't charging enough. So I switched stuff up. I charge more now. And I've been happy with what I'm getting compensated. The brands are happy. And a lot of these brands, I'm working with them multiple times. So yeah, paid collabs have been doing well. Next income stream is reselling. This is just me selling products that I buy. Some of them I will keep if I need it or I just want it really bad. I will keep those products, the products that I invest in. I haven't been taking on a lot of free products this year from brands, like reaching out in creator connections. So a lot of the reselling has been just me reselling the products that I'm buying. But my total for June was $200. I want to show y'all because I'm tracking the products that I'm selling. Yeah, so I have a spreadsheet. It's a product investment and resale tracker because I want to know exactly how much I'm spending per year on these products. Like how much am I actually spending? Like once we factor in me making money back from selling these products. But I'm getting a good return on these products that I'm selling. Like one was a weight bench. I paid $170 for it, sold it for $100. So really only paid $70. Or that one sold good for me, so I didn't pay anything for it. So you have to factor in how much you're making from the product as well. But I like that ratio there of, being able to get $100 back. So technically I only spent $70, right? Another one here, this was a chest press machine. I paid $180 for it, sold it for $150. So really only paid $30 for it. My point is, this is how I look at investing in products. I know everyone's different, but I'm not really looking at the upfront money and being like, oh my God, I'm spending so much. It's like, dude, I could sell this and then I only spent like 40, $50 for most of these products. So I'm pricing my stuff higher. I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace and I'm getting people to buy these products with really not a ton of issues. So I'm happy with how reselling is going. All right, guys, in the total of all of these income streams, like I said, this is my second highest month, making money online. That total came out to $14,478.98. I do have a couple of other income streams. I also offer services. I do freelancing. And then I had some other affiliate payouts for just software that I use. So I was probably over 15K or close to it. I just didn't factor them in on I call this my Amazon earnings report because I group all these together as my Amazon income. So yeah, guys, I'm very happy with that. Lately, I've just had to really just kind of sit in this and just realize how much I'm making and where I'm at now, because I wasn't here when I first became self-employed. I remember chasing the 4K, the 5K months and being able to see, almost a $15,000 month. It's insane. It's really insane. And my confidence is at an all-time high because I just keep, hitting all these goals that I have for myself. And now, thinking a 20K month doesn't look crazy to me. I've seen people online hitting 20K months and I used to think like that's impossible. But seeing, 14K month, it's like I truly believe that I can hit 20K, 25K, 30K. So this journey, man, has been crazy, but hopefully these videos, man, can really just inspire you and motivate you to see that this is possible, man. You can make money online from the skills that you have. It's really just finding what you like to do and what you're good at. And you don't have to be the best at it. You just have to be pretty good at it, and just leaning into your unique skill set. And for me, that has been content, right? Really leaning into video, leaning into certain platforms. For me, that has been YouTube, and then just scaling, right? Figuring out things I could tweak and change to keep scaling and growing. So I think this year I'm going to hit a record year as far as income, because this thing is growing, man, and it's exciting. So if you want to learn about Amazon, because you see most of my income streams, like the bulk of the money is Amazon related stuff. I have an AIP playbook breaking down how I made 20K in 9 months. So if you want that, you can grab that. I'll have a link in the video description and the pinned comment. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.